EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Justin Rohrwasser is set to kick off.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. To return it, Darius Phillips. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's into the clear. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
36-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. Mixon with a first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now Joe Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Desmond King there on the coverage. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. And that is incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in a 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
2nd and 9 at the 43
on 2nd down. Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First down, here's Burrow, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them. They've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Burrow now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Flush to his right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They're going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Murray. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now Murray. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, they set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
3 yards. It's now fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Taken at the 5th. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Justin Rohrwasser.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, Phillips. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over first down at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Hill shedding the tackle. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually they have the defense back on its heels.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. It left side to Chubb. Call it a gain of 4. 2nd down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 16, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. picks up the football near his own goal line. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21. Bengals 14. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round.
And this carries into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. On the carry, it's Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now Chubb. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go with Chubb on second down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Chubb.
Taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, fourth fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
First and goal, Drake.
And the Browns are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns add on to their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Burrow. Finds a man with a crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Burrow will throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Chris Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Mixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're passing here. Joe Burrow going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Play action. It's Burrow. Rolling to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Flush to his right. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's going for the Bengal touchdown. T. Higgins there to make the grab. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Chubb. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run. Chubb. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game. And this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Browns 42, Bengals 21. Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the air again, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 16 yards, a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling if the quarterback of this winning team, he's going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They run again on first down. Chubb. Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. This is out quickly to the right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy. What a nice pickup.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter